Thank you for tuning in. We're making a new moon video today. It's the first week of June. I'm here with Sherene again, as always. So lucky, so lucky to have her in the house to be able to give her so much insight, because I know that it always helps me just feel better about life when I kind of know what's happening in the stars, you know? So we got a new moon coming up on Saturday, June 4th. It's kind of a potent one.
Yeah,
right?
You could almost say it's like one of the most powerful new moons of 2016.
Okay.
Some astrologers are calling it, actually.
Wow. Okay, so I guess she'll break it down and tell us why that is, and why we should get excited about it.
Yeah, so it's a new moon in Gemini, but the reason this particular moon is so powerful is it's creating what's called a grand cross, which means that all of the mutable signs, in this case, are on the axis. So in other words, Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces are all in this like perfect alignment, creating a cross, which means we're feeling the energies of all four mutable signs pulling us in all directions. So it's kind of like we're being stretched to our maximum, especially if you have strong mutable signs in your chart. If you happen to be a Gemini, you're really going to feel this, or Sagittarius, or Virgo, or Pisces. You're really feeling this, and what you're feeling is both, while new moons are always about like new beginnings, seed level potential, but I think we're also feeling like we're really initiating a brand new cycle. And it has to do with the most powerful level of manifestation, which is how we think, which then creates what we talk about, and then that creates what we do. So thought, word, and action, the three levels of manifestation. Gemini rules the mind, the thought process, which creates manifestation, and that's why Gemini is often linked to the archetype of the magician, which is magic. Mercury is actually the planet
creating that magic.
Yep, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. We talked about the Mercury retrograde, which we're out of, by the way.
Thank goodness, yeah.
So now it's like, okay, everything's moving forward, and it's a time of, okay, what do we say we want? Then what do we talk about what we want? I'm sorry, let's back that up. What do we think about in terms of what we want? First, where is our mindset? Like, are we dwelling on negativity and fear, or are we in like a really creative space? Then how do we talk about it? Do we talk about what's not possible, what's negative, what's fear-based, or do we talk about, again, possibility, what we actually want to bring in? And then based on that, usually this will influence our actions. So the doing is, always that's the outcome really of what we say. And honestly, like if we're not doing the action of what we say, what we talk about, then it doesn't really matter, does it?
Exactly. You gotta walk the talk.
Exactly. So this is kind of the walk the talk new moon. At the seed level. So what you call into your life right now is extremely, extremely important and essential. So watch your thoughts, watch your words, and then see if this is in integrity translating into your action. So it's so key right now that we're aware of all this. And also to have what's called the beginner's mind, that we keep our minds empty enough that we can see new information that's trying to come in, new teachings that are trying to come in, and not have this feeling like, been there, done that, I know it all. Because then you're not receiving the real blessings of this new moon, which could be some major clarity and insight, actually.
Especially because if your mind is already cluttered, it's setting up like a mental block, right? It's like, oh, well, I don't need any more information, or I don't need any more new learning. And then you're not really able to create that expansiveness from that.
You miss the opportunity, which is it's really like so fertile right now, the opportunity to create and have new ideas usher in this new cycle. So we want to use the Gemini in that very creative, flexible way where we allow something new to actually come in, and that we can see something with new eyes, hear something with new ears, and translate it into new actions. So the mind has to be very clear, very focused, and very in integrity with intention right now.
So would you say during this new moon, definitely on Saturday, it's around 8 p.m. It is at 8 p.m. I think.
8 p.m. here.
Pacific time. Pacific time.
West Coast time.
West Coast time. So, like, I feel like, we're going to be doing some stuff during the new moon, a little preview, teaser for you. So I feel like it'll be really important for us to just really see, like, where our head's at, during this space. It would be a good time to really assess, like, where our thoughts have been, because I always say, like, you are what you think
Yep.
Believe,
Yep.
say and do, right? So it's all of this, right? So really thinking about where your thoughts are. And then, I always say your word is everything. Like, how you use your words, that's why I love, coaching with communication. Your words are so powerful. So really taking a good time to maybe even like think about like the kind of words that you use all the time. Like even when you journal, I notice like how I use certain words all the time, like certain like keywords will come up. So putting light to that.
Watching your words.
Yeah, so I feel like those are good practices around the new moon.
Absolutely, journaling, writing down intentions, lists, all of that. Like really looking at the words that you use, that you choose, and even the choices that you've made. Gemini is also the archetype or the sign of the choice. Mm-hmm. So we're really considering what choices have we made, and we can't choose everything. We have to, like, part of this mutable grand cross is really saying like, okay, how do you harness that energy? Because the problem is there can be a scattering when there's so much mutability. So how do we really harness the intention and then use the creativity of all the variety and all the potential of that without getting like all the way out here and trying to do everything.
Right. Yeah, because, Gemini wants to just...
All
Gemini,
the mutable signs.
Yeah, all the mutable signs.
They
just
want to do
it all.
We're
Yeah,
so
exactly.
into all of it. That's the problem.
Right.
That it's hard to rein us in.
Yeah, so it's good to plant those seeds right now during this new moon and get focused.
I would recommend like choose 2 things to start with and really build on those. Like if you can at least focus on the 2, because Gemini loves 2. Pick your top 2 priorities and think of how you can build those over the next 6 months. With this.
That's great homework. So pick 2 of your top priorities. Maybe even like, I would even say like pick 2 like words that you can, if you want to really simplify, right? Like what are your like 2 words for the next really 6 months that are really going to be
like
driving you?
Yeah,
like a mantra. Like what are those 2 words? Like I have words every now and again. Like
what are your 2?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that. When I started this year, it was like just being nice, like being kind, like kindness.
Look, and you
nice.
drew in kind the bars.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's so true. What up? Kind bars. Yeah, I know. Well, they were supporting us for a while. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, I just put that together. Whoa, we just had a breakthrough moment on camera. Totally, like kindness and being nice.
That's how these words work. Like
totally.
What you say, you really do manifest.
Yeah, you do manifest. So so I feel like we can end on that note.
Yeah.
So what you think, your word, walk the talk, all that good stuff, really assessing that and doing the work around that is good work for you this weekend, Saturday. Yeah, the magician, pull in your inner magician and see what comes up. All right, Joe, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again soon.